Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We have a very special lady in
We
the house.
do. We love her so much.
We're here at Recording TX, our favorite.
Yes.
And so we dragged you all the way here, and I do feel like it's a little bit, she's doing this out of love for you, Shelly.
100. She was like, okay, I'll do it for you.
Right.
So who do we have today?
Not an exciting guest, that's for sure.
That's not true at all. The knower of everything. This special human
Yes.
gave me a book after Hayden was born.
Oh.
From the lady from Taxi.
Can't think of her
A
name.
great book. The redhead from Taxi.
The
And
main one.
And it
The only girl
says
in Taxi.
the book was called "Don't Raise a Brat." Right?
Okay.
Yes. Yep. I think that's it.
It
Yep.
was so good. It was so insightful.
Good.
I obviously did not implement it.
Mary Lee Henner.
Yeah, Mary Lee Henner. This is the kissy lady. We call her the kissy lady.
Yeah.
It's Wayne's better half. The gator, the woman that loves the gator.
Yeah. Well, everybody
Su-
loves Gator.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you basically have loved him the most.
Yes. Well, the longest for 41 years.
41
Yeah.
years.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes,
have
41.
Suzann Duncan Grabe.
All right. Suzann Duncan Grabe. I mean, I have to start with, I'm not going to say your age, but wow, you look great.
Well, thank you.
You have the best skin.
I know.
You're like, you have such a shine and glimmer in your eye. And
Okay, it's from being a native from Arizona.
okay.
So that sun, I'm sure, is not. And I have not had any kids. So I think that makes a difference too.
Kids are the aging factor.
They are. They age you real fast, real hard. But you've always had little pups.
Yes, my babies.
Yeah.
Always
Two
have
right now. What are
babies,
their
yeah.
names?
I have Bella and Lulu. They're 7 years old. They were a rescue, kinda.
Right.
We got them when they were 5 years old from their dad had them from birth. And then, of course, he met and married a girl, and they lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, and she got pregnant, and she's like, honey, a 1-bedroom apartment's not good for 2 dogs and a baby. And, so we gladly...
So he got rid of her, his wife.
No.
Now we have plenty of space.
Yeah. We were so happy. We got him Valentine's Day 2 years ago. So,
Oh my gosh.
yes, we love Bella and Lulu.
They're so cute.
Kind of Maltese mix something. They're not full bred, but
I just think those little dogs are so funny because they just think they're so big.
yes.
And they will go after everything. When we were up in the mountains in Colorado
Yes.
and they saw chipmunks or birds, they would go rah, 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 and then like take off. Both, I think one would take off first and then the other one would trail behind,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I
But
was
it's
like,
so funny. Who's the instigator?
Lulu.
Lulu instigates and then gets mad at Bella.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
you're not running fast enough.
Yes.
Come on.
But I have to say, I disagree with the original owners, his wife, because you guys are in a casita a lot of time with 2 dogs and 2 adults. So,
Yeah.
I call BS.
I think we should reach out and see how their marriage is doing.
I have a bad feeling.
Well, they just had their second kid, so I
Okay.
And he did come and visit. That was one of the stipulations. He said, because we didn't live too far from where they are. And so I said, you can come and visit anytime. And so the first year he came 3 or 4 times that year just to check on him. I think he wanted to see if they'd remember him.
And they did.
And if they would want to leave with him when he went to go. But
they're more connected with you.
Oh my gosh, they're so connected with
Like, where do they sleep? Like across your neck and above your head?
if there's a thunderstorm. Yeah. But no,
usually
they
at the
sleep
foot
at
of the
the
bed.
foot of the bed.
Yeah. How cute.
And in the trailer we have their bed in the middle, and so they switch off during the night.
Yeah. Do they wake you up all the time?
Oh, no.
Okay, you can sleep through that.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Georgia wakes me up.
Well,
Georgia's
huge.
Big, yeah.
But even when she's just kind of walking around, I'm like,
you can hear
you
the
just
paws.
lay down.
Well,
if
she
shakes,
will lay on top of Jody's face.
She'll lay on top of me until my hands, and I have to hide my hands from her under my pillow because she'll use her little nuzzle nose and push her arm up over and over again, and then I get really frustrated. But she's a sweet, sweet angel. So I know that Wayne, your hubby, he's had a wild life and incredible life with traveling and doing his experiences on the plains and everything. And you have been, you became the anchor for him in Arizona, and that's where you are living now.
Yes.
But you travel all over. So now you kind of have the wild
wanderlust
going.
Yes.
And where have been some of your favorite places you've gone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. When he was a pilot, or now that
your whole life. Your whole life of travel.
Well, Paris was a big one. And we got to take my mom. And that's where her and my dad were married.
Oh, lovely.
Because they were in World War II. And so they met when they were in the service. And they got married at the American Cathedral. And so we got to take her back when he was flying the flights in Paris. And so that probably is my top place.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Switzerland. There's no place that I've gone to that I didn't like. There's a couple places we never made it to that I don't know that we will, like Italy and things like that. But it's all been great. It's been a lot of fun. London, I always tell the funny story about London is he was doing these 3-day trips. So he would leave from New York, fly to London. They would lay over for 3 days, sometimes 4, and then fly back to New York. And he said, you've got to come. It's just a great experience in 3 days. It's plenty of time. So, okay, we planned it. I went with him. On the flight over, his company contacted them and said, hey, we have a flight we need you guys to pick up in Egypt or something. And
oh my gosh.
So they were going to land, have their rest, and then they were getting on a commercial flight to fly to Egypt. Well, I couldn't go with them. We couldn't afford a ticket for me. And plus, we didn't know what he was going to do once he got there. And so we landed, and the plane that he flew in, the other pilots were there then that were going to bring it back to New York. So he let them know, hey, can you take my wife back to New York when you leave tonight? So I had 12 hours in London.
Oh, my land,
and
Susie.
I dragged Wayne up on an upper deck bus, double-decker bus, and we toured London for 4 hours. I have pictures of him in the back trying to sleep because he had been up. He'd been flying all day. So did that for 12 hours. And then he dropped me off at the airport and I was just waiting to get on. And that was when they would make the announcements, don't leave your luggage unattended, blah, blah, blah. But they had huge families of, from different countries traveling. And I stood and watched this family come in with like 3 little kids and trunks of, things. And whatever airline they were going to fly on was not open yet. And so we stood there and watched them. They put their luggage down and walked away.
Oh.
And they started announcing, please return to your luggage. If you've left luggage in front of whatever airline, they blew that luggage up. We had to leave the terminal.
Oh,
they
my
put
gosh.
things around it and they blew it up.
Oh, my land.
Then I get on the airplane and come back to New York.
Oh, my gosh.
It was like, oh, my gosh. But, it's true. Don't leave your luggage unattended.
Yeah.
And then we get
But
back.
if they were saying it over the loudspeaker, they're assuming they spoke the same language.
Well, yeah, they did it in different languages too. But, they probably weren't even listening.
Oh, yeah.
Not even.
It's white noise. It's white noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never listened to those announcements.
Yeah. And then we get back to New York.
It triggers narcolepsy. They're like, put on your mask. I'm like,
I know.
It's the flight lands at like 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh, Suzann, what a whirlwind.
Wow.
One of the flight attendants was nice to bring me around and take me to the terminal that for America West was flying. And I said, I don't care what the ticket costs. I'm getting on this flight to go home. But they weren't open. So I had to crouch down. She just dropped me off. Bye. Behind the where you could get luggage carriers.
Yeah.
And 2 o'clock in the morning in New York.
Oh my
at the
gosh.
airport.
Oh.
And they didn't open the doors till 5 a.m.
Oh, my gosh.
That was fun.
Bye.
Great trip. Great trip. I
Great
got
trip.
home.
Thanks, Wayne.
I think I slept for 3 days.
Yeah, thanks, Wayne.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Thanks, Wayne.
We didn't try that again.
No.
No.
He was like, "Oh, you should come and
That's
this is so
right.
great." You're like, "No,
Love it.
thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't care.
So,
I don't trust it."
but we had some great, other than that one, that's my favorite funny story to
Yeah.
tell. But the rest of them, we've been to Mexico many times on the airplane and, it was really a great career for him. And then I got to experience the fun stuff. So,
Well, I do think one thing that makes you a great travel companion is you're very go with the flow. You're low drag, you're no drama.
Yeah.
And as long as you have a book,
yes.
you are good to go.
That's
Good to
it.
go.
That's
So-
me. That's me. Yeah.
And y'all started your RVing life like 2 years ago?
This is our 3rd year.
3rd year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I retired 3 years ago from the University of Arizona, and we had bought it in February, and I retired in June. And so we just hit the road, and try to leave Arizona in the summertime, escape the heat.
Yeah.
But then you're in Texas.
Well, yeah. This year we said, because I was afraid, we left in June. And I said, let's do the 3 months. We'll end in Colorado and then come home. And then we'll come to Texas maybe in October.
Right.
But I could tell, I thought, if we go home and we put the Ollie away, I don't think we'll get it out again. So I said, nope, we got to go to Texas and see Shelly and Coulter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we just said, nope, we're going to come straight here. And I mean, it's a different heat. It's humid. It's not the oven dry heat, but it's okay.
Well, and we've had a mild summer, actually.
We have. We have.
Yeah.
It's been
1 year
actually-
it got up to like 112, and we were
Oh,
like,
wow.
what the
Yeah.
heck
That's ours.
is going
I know.
on?
Yeah.
It was not comfortable for
We're all like,
anybody.
global warming.
What?
We were like, what the heck is this?
So where do you think you got your wanderlust from? And
My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah. She always wanted to travel, and that was something my dad didn't want to do. And so when he retired, she told him his whole life, when you retire, if you don't want to go, I want you to know I'm going. And so she did. She did with the church groups, or she did with the recreation center for the 55 and over. And she just traveled the world until probably her early 80s is when she kind of had to stop. And it got a little bit more difficult for her.
Well,
but
because it's so fast paced.
yes. And she was one that she wanted her day planned from start to finish. She's not
She could not have done that trip to London, to New York.
Oh, she would have destroyed Wayne.
No. And the Paris trip, when we did take her, it was a little iffy there for a minute. We flew to LA. The flight was full, and that it usually wasn't completely full. And this was a airplane that held 300 passengers, And so, but back then the things weren't so sticky with where you could sit. And so the pilot, we went up to the pilot and he says, "Don't worry, I'm going to get you on. I don't know where you're going to sit, but I'm going to get you on." And so they had extra flight attendant seats in the back where the restrooms were. And so that's where we sat. And that was when they could smoke. I was so sick when we landed in Paris because the back half of the airplane was all smoking.
Oh my God.
And so
I would have been so sick too.
Isn't that something how, that has changed so much?
And so is Phoenix a no smoking city?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when it shocks me, like going to Vegas,
right,
where everybody's smoking everything, they're smoking their crack pipe right out in public. It's like, okay, it's shocking.
Yes.
That's my least favorite thing about Vegas is the cigarette smoke everywhere.
Right. And you just reek, and you get home or you get to wherever you're going. It's like, well, no fun.
It's shocking though. It's like, wow. Y'all still smoke in public?
Yeah.
Is that allowed? That blows my mind. Okay, tell us about your childhood.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm the youngest of 3. My brother is 15 years older than me, and my sister is 5 years older. And I was the whoopsie. My mom, since Brenda came 10 years after Dennis was born, they thought they were done, and then I came along, and so it was fun. We grew up on 5 acres. My dad had cattle and horses, and so I grew up with horses my whole life. Rode in gymkhanas and rodeos, did barrel racing.
What?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Had lots of fun. In barrel racing, I had a little short horse that my feet almost drug the ground. And I remember it was the 10 can race where you'd race as fast as you could, get off your horse, pick up the cans, put it on, and race back. Well, because it was so short, all I had to do was reach over and put the cans on. So I got the blue ribbon because I didn't have to get off my horse.
Loophole.
That was fun. Yeah.
What was that horse's name?
Butterscotch.
Oh.
They were all like butterscotch, fudge, vanilla.
It's so cute.
Chocolate. Yep. But that was fun. And, we learned responsibilities, taking care of the cattle. And my dad had made an arrangement with, we had Food Cities is what the grocery store was called back then. It was the only one called that. It was an independent. And he would go faithfully every night except for Sundays and pick up all of the trimmings from the grocery stores, because any food that didn't sell or and then he would bring it home, and that's what he fed the cattle in addition to carrots and hay. And
I didn't know that they were omnivores. I thought they were only herbivores.
They ate everything out of that truck. I mean, but it was just
I
trimmings
think that's so
from
interesting.
Yeah.
So
veggies.
Oh, trimmings from veggies.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant from meat.
No.
Oh, no, not meat.
Okay. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
This from the produce, and so there was tons of food, and they really enjoyed that. So
what
then
a great way to be resourceful.
Yeah, we would help.
I bet
out
you had the
where
healthiest
needed.
cows too.
Yeah, I mean,
because
we butchered.
And they taste good.
Yeah, we butchered one a year. Yeah, and we didn't get close to the cows, so I wasn't involved in 4-H, but I think that's because we had the animals, and so I didn't grow up in that atmosphere. But yeah, my brother was 15 years older, so he was kind of out of the house. He fought in Vietnam, and so he was gone, at 18, and I would have been 3 then. So it was my sister and I growing up, and then he was married when he came back. They're still married. They have 3 kids, lots of grandkids, lots of great grandkids now. My sister had 2 kids, and they each have 1 child. And I get to live vicariously through their kids.
Yeah.
I'm a good aunt, love them dearly, but none of my own. So that was nice.
Yeah. Going back to 4-H, I have to tell y'all, I had a little lie the last year. I went into the feed store in Smithville, and it was in March, and I was wearing a 4-leaf clover because I always wear my 4-leaf clover the whole month of March, right?
Yeah.
And I'm getting some horse stuff because we had these like retired horses on the property. Like they love those little apple bite things and stuff. And so I was getting more of those and some other things. And she sees my necklace. She goes, "Oh," kind of real excited. I think she was hitting on me. Oh, and she goes, "Are you in the 4-H club?" And I just went, I just said, "I don't know." Yeah. I just admitted. I love the 4-H club. That's what she was saying. And I was just like, yeah, it's great.
Hilarious.
I just went with it. I was like, I don't know.
Like, do you want my phone number?
Yeah.
Are we dating? So, anyway, sorry. I was just thinking about
You said
me.
4-H.
Yes.
Triggered a memory.
Yeah.
So your brother was in Vietnam and your dad was in World War II.
And her mom was in World War II.
Yes. She was.
What did she do?
She was an MP.
Wow. So she was a little cop.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she
Police
was an
cop.
MP. I thought she was a nurse.
No.
She was an MP.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, Esther was a badass.
Sounds like it.
Like,
She was.
we had a family conversation about like most independent women in the family a couple of years ago, and Sandy was like, "I'm the most independent." I go, "No, Esther was the most independent woman in this family."
Yes.
Like, just fierce and amazing, and just loved being in her proximity.
Yes.
She owned the room.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a great
So
lady.
you came from some good stock there.
I did.
Yeah.
My dad was the softie.
Most dads are, by the way.
Yeah.
Your mom was an MP
Yes,
in
yes.
Vietnam.
And
No, I thought World War II.
I mean,
World War II. And when her and my dad got married, his superior officer promoted him so that he wouldn't have to salute her in public because she was a higher rank when they got married. And so he got promoted. Yes. So that was kind of
I would
cool.
make him salute me. I'm like, no, that was just, they were just giving you the promotion.
Oh, man.
So
That's hilarious.
they did good. They did good. Yeah.
But your parents weren't from Arizona.
No. My mom was born and raised in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
She became a beautician.
Oh, okay.
And then went to World War II. And then when they met, my dad was born and raised in Arkansas. His family had moved to Arizona before he went to war. And so when they got married, they stopped in Pennsylvania so that her family could meet him and everything. And he's like, "We're not living here. It's too cold. It's, And so he went on back to Arizona to get the house ready and do things. And my mom took the bus, Greyhound bus, to Arizona. And she always tells the story when she got off the bus. It was a downtown, just dirt streets, really. And there was a lot of Native American Indians around. And that was the first thing she saw. And she's like, "It's dirt. It's hot. What did I get myself into?" But she just hit the ground running, and they lived there for 60 60 years.
Wow.
Where were they stationed during World War II?
I don't know.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy.
I don't remember that piece, but yeah.
What a great childhood.
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah. Grew up same house. All three of us. They had moved from their first house to South Phoenix, and he had, like I said, the 5 acres, and so they had that their whole life, and that's where my sister and I grew up, and then sold it when he retired. He got Parkinson's and a little dementia. We're not real sure exactly, but he couldn't communicate real well towards the end. And so then they had to, they needed to sell because she couldn't take care of the property and things anymore. So then we moved out to Ahwatukee, and that's where we bought as well.
Ahwatukee?
Yes, Ahwatukee. And it's a great area. So, but yeah, good upbringing. Fun. I mean, it was,
a barrel racer.
Yeah.
That is,
I mean,
I had no idea.
And where did you go to college?
Can't tell you. Did not.
You
Took
didn't?
a couple community classes. Yep, that was
How's
it.
that?
Wayne and I got married and then moved to California.
Wow.
And I went to the Bryman. I always wanted to work in a dental office. I hate dentists. Everybody hates going to the dentist.
Separate culture.
And so I wanted to do that. So I actually went to Bryman. I don't know if you remember Bryman schools. Medical assistant, dental assistant, and things. And initially I had gone and interviewed for jobs, and they said, you need experience. Well, how do you get experience if you don't?
I know.
Sorry.
I remember those.
So annoying. They don't want to train anyone.
Right. So that's why when I went to Bryman, it's learning the language.
Right.
The teeth and, all of the things about that.
1 1 2 2 2 2 1 2 2 2 2 1 1 1 1 1.
I wrote all of those numbers down.
Oh,
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Periodontal.
I wish I'd have gone on and done hygiene, but because that was a really good profession. But I didn't want to work in the mouth. I just, yes, I'll make the appointment for you. And,
Sure. Yeah.
all my bosses said, you have such a good phone voice. You're just pleasant, and so.
And you're a Virgo, and so you get stuff done, and you kept their schedule
very
full.
organized.
They loved you.
Yeah. And I worked at several different. I did periodontist, orthodontist, general dentistry. So it never got stale, or I enjoyed it all. Enjoyed all the doctors I worked with. Then we'd lived for 5 years in Japan, which I think, over the time. So 5 years in Japan, that was awesome. Did not learn the language, though. I went initially to see what it was all about. They offered the classes. And when they said the word for I in Japanese is watishiwa.
Watishiwa?
And I was like, nope. I is watishiwa. No. But it's funny, after being there for 5 years, one of the neighbor ladies, she was so sweet, Hisaye, she came and asked if I would work with her to teach the children English. Because in Japan, they're taught English in school at a very young age, but they're not American speakers. And so they wanted me just to read to the children so that they could learn the pronunciation of the words and things.
Right.
So,
Wow.
did that with the little kids in the neighborhood, and then even got a couple of the teenagers came and did some classes.
That's so cool. You always find something to do.
But
yes.
And the flexibility, that's like Susanna's like, okay, I'll go with you to London. Okay, I'll sleep behind a desk. Okay, I'll get in the RV with you for 3 years. That's great. Let's just go. Let's go to Japan. Let's do this. You've always been up for it.
Yeah.
And joyfully.
Right.
Not begrudgingly.
Yeah.
You took the opportunity and made it the best it could be. And you've
yeah.
always been so positive and engaging. And
Well, so is Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne is that way too. And, as a pilot, and I still think it's so funny. I said, I think you have a sign on your back that says, ask me or talk to me, because people would search him out in the fields. And when he worked for American Trans Air, I always remember I was sitting just watching him interact with all the other people, and the planes that he was flying at that time had 18 flight attendants. 18 flight attendants on a flight. And so I always remember these girls coming up, running up, Papa Smurf, it's Papa Smurf's on our flight today.
Oh my God.
I'm just chuckling. Yeah, okay.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I haven't heard that nickname.
No, Papa Smurf. Yeah.
Oh my God. That
was
so funny.
his. But he's so easy and loving. And I mean, that's
so sweet. Well, so are you. Y'all are a great match. And I know whenever you come in town, everybody just feel, it's almost like y'all bring the relaxation.
You do.
It's almost like everybody just took a giant thing of Xanax.
You sprayed Xanax. Everybody's like,
deep breath.
And both of the boys have always leaned in. They're like, they're here. Let's go. Like Coulter, he's like, I want to be there. I want to be with them. And so I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
And Coulter's so loving with Wayne too.
Oh,
and
he just
wants to hug him, and
very snuggly.
You know what it is about Wayne is Wayne has always treated Coulter like he treats any other human.
Yeah.
Instead of like the hesitation.
Yeah.
Never a hesitation with it was like he talked to Coulter when Coulter would like quote movies. Like he'd be quoting a movie and Wayne would be like, "What are you talking about?" Or he would answer the question not realizing Coulter's just stimming, and he would just answer it naturally. It's like, "No, I don't like that." Yeah. And I was like, okay. Coulter went back to stimming, and it was like Monsters Incorporated. Like, Wayne's like, "I don't know what you're talking about right now. Who's Mike?"
Yes.
So lovely.
It's very sweet.
How did you and Wayne meet?
I was his first career, or his first pilot job with a small company called Christen Oil, and they had a King Air plane, red, white, and blue, and the tail numbers was 699 Charlie Charlie. And I worked at Courtesy Rent-A-Car. I had started that job, and it was downtown Phoenix where they had the huge dealership. And my boss, we had satellite operations at the Scottsdale Airport and at Phoenix Airport. And so when I was up for promotion, she said, "I'm not putting you out at the airport because some pilot's going to come in and sweep you off your feet." And 1 year to the day later, I left for California with Wayne.
Oh my God.
He flew in, and his boss even gave him a hard time. Ed was a great guy. They'd fly in, and I could hear on the radio 699 Charlie Charlie's coming in, and they rented the cars from us for the pilots, but the company had their own company cars that would come. And so his boss told him, "Damn, Grabe," he said, "you get better service than I do." He said, "Knock it off," because I would pull the car up right away so that I could see him before. And Wayne's like, "Can you just wait till Ed gets in his car and goes?"
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's how we met.
That's really
at the airport, and then I moved to California, and we lived together without my mom's knowledge for 6 months. And while we planned the wedding and got married.
Oh.
Do you think your mom would have cared?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Was she very traditional?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And even
Jody,
she
was an MP in World War II.
very, she did not believe in living together. And we always felt bad for my niece, or my nephew actually, and his wife, because they lived together before they got married. And my mom actually wrote a letter how disappointed she was that they were living together. And so,
Oh my God.
yes, we didn't know about it. She didn't tell us. And then finally, Jennifer and Joe, Jen told us, or Carol told us, her mom. So, yeah, no, Mom didn't know. And she never let on if she figured it out or not, but we didn't tell her. I was living with his co-pilot and his wife while I was there. So, yeah.
Our mom was very traditional too. And I remember John and I went camping, and he had a pop-up trailer, one of those you crank them up, and we brought it back to our house where I was living, going to school and all of that. And Mom said it was okay to put it at the house. And so we popped it up to let it air out, because you had to air that thing out or it would get, moldy and stuff. And then Mom came home and she said, "Get that love shack out of my yard."
She thought you were camping it like on the ground, and then she realized there's a bed. That love.
She was not very pleased.
Oh,
whatever. Who cares?
That's our RV was christened by a friend before we even used it.
I remember hearing that story.
Yes, I've heard that story.
Yeah.
Golly.
Can we say good old Steve?
You can.
No last names.
Implied.
Yeah. Steve, shoot your shot, buddy.
Shoot your shot. Oh my gosh. Well, how do you keep y'all's love going? I mean, it's just so fun to watch you guys together.
Aww.
You're so sweet to each other.
So thoughtful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, say words matter, and we've seen other couples that disintegrate or argue and do all of this, and it's like we don't want to be that way, and
No.
and if we do have a word of or whatever, Wayne has snapped at me maybe a couple of times, but you know what? He's come back later on and said, "I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that," and I know this one of these last times it was because I said, "Because you've watched Fox News for too long today and you got irritated."
Yeah.
And so when I asked you a question, you just snapped at me and
Turn off the news, everybody.
Yes.
Fake anyway.
right? Right?
Serious.
So but yeah, we're
I-
even tempered.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. And I like how you said that words count
Yes.
and being careful in your word choice.
Mhm.
But always, if you step out of bounds, take the time to make amends. I think that's a good lesson in life and in love. So I agree with you. You worked at Arizona, you said.
Arizona State.
For a while. What did you do there?
University of Arizona. Let's make sure
Sorry.
we get the schools right.
Okay, good.
Sorry, University of Arizona.
I've always said Arizona State, so thanks for clarifying.
See, yeah,
People are really picky about that stuff.
Yeah.
So yes.
So when we came back from Japan, I got a job at the Arizona Medical Board in licensing. So we licensed the physicians and physician assistants, and then did that for 10 years, and then got fired from that job. Lovely. No. So then the University of Arizona had started a medical school. They have one in Tucson with the main campus, but they had started a medical school in the downtown Phoenix area.
Okay.
And so they were looking for somebody to work in the faculty office. And so I think because I worked in licensing the MDs, then it was, okay, well, she has a little knowledge with MDs and how to get the license. So then I think that helped me get the job at the university in the faculty office. So it was for the College of Medicine, Phoenix, and worked there for 12 years, almost 12 years. And about 8 years in, I think it was, I don't remember when, we had all of our deans at the school left. When the Banner Hospital took over. And so had an opportunity to come with them in Fort Worth. But Mom was still alive and we were living with Mom. And so we decided, no, we need to stay. So new deans and all of that. So I stayed for 12 years until I retired from there.
Right. And you did you helped your mom.
Oh, yes.
In her aging situation.
Yeah, it wasn't so much that she needed us, not until the last 5 to 6 years. And Wayne was still working, even though he wasn't flying anymore. He had gone up to Allegiant Airlines and was working as a sim instructor. And so he would go up there and I was there with Mom. It's just the company.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That way she wasn't alone.
Yeah.
Right.
And so...
or jumping the fence. Remember when she climbed the fence?
Yes.
What?
She got locked out. And so she climbed the back fence to get in the back door.
And it was a privacy fence.
Yes, it was tall. And yeah.
At what age?
Like she didn't ever have a broken anything. She, you know.
Right.
So thank goodness for that. And she took no medications. She really, it was just towards the end, her mind just, and she didn't enjoy life anymore. And that's what they say with, when you get elderly and all her friends were dying and her hearing, for some reason, she really did not want to go and get hearing aids. And so she missed out on the conversations. And, we kept telling her, Mom, if you could enjoy it more. And nope, she didn't want that. So she lived to 94.
Wow.
Yep. I'll always remember Christmas time, she was talking about, why won't the Lord take me? I'm ready to go. I'm ready. It's like, he's not done yet. And my sister would say, Mom, he's using you. You're not done yet. And at Christmas time, she started talking about it again. I said, stop it. There's no dying at Christmas. No, we're not going to have that. And so she waited till January. And then she stopped eating. She said, I'm done. And so then she died towards the end of January of that year.
Sorry.
So, but yeah, she was ready. She was so ready.
And I love that she did it on her terms.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Which is, that's been her the whole time. It's like she lived on her terms.
That's very rare.
And we were upset because it's like, Mom, you take no medications. You have such healthy, she walked faithfully a mile every day. And she did the swimming.
The water aerobics.
Aerobics down at the ARC probably for 10 years. Even though she couldn't swim. My mom could not swim. And so...
that water aerobic class is a lot of fun. I did it when I came to visit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. She always stayed in the shallow end. She was never worried, or anything. But she was very good. She didn't smoke. She didn't drink at all. So... she had a good life, and it was good. It was good. And then we bought her house, and then 3 months into being at her house of owning it, Wayne was driving home from the ARC Center, and this lady was putting a for sale by owner sign out in our. He stopped. Because it's on the golf course and it's got a little pond and it's just beautiful.
Gorgeous.
He walked in and he goes, I'll take it. And she goes, you don't even know how much we're asking. And he's like, I'll take it. So he comes home and he says, honey, we bought a new house down the street. And I said, no, we didn't. And he said, yes. And I said, no. And he said, we can rent this one out. We're doing different things. I said, no, I don't want to be responsible for 2 house payments. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Well, I said, okay, you can buy that one if you sell Mom's house. He sold Mom's house the next day.
Oh.
So it worked out perfectly.
Okay.
Now we have a great,
Well, and the kitchen in y'all's new house looks like the command center in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like it's set up like...
Yeah. Tristan and Adrian have named it the mothership.
The mothership. It looks... I see why Wayne was drawn to it. It's like,
oh my gosh.
I am the captain. Here I am. Sit down, everybody. I'm going to make you a salad. Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah. We like it. And he cleans it. So
Yeah.
I said, I'm not clean. It's
So
huge.
you're the cook in the
No,
family?
he
He's the
likes
cook?
yeah, he likes to
Okay.
cook and and so he did the cooking and
She manages the bills.
yeah. I keep us in line.
Yeah.
So yeah. But he loves it. I hate cooking. I've never enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And so since he likes it,
I'm not into it either.
No interest.
see, and John does the cooking.
Yeah.
Adrian does the cooking.
Yeah.
And it's so,
But we have to talk about what is your favorite thing to eat?
yes.
Mexican, but it's
I know,
not.
but what's your favorite Mexican to eat? You can say it.
I don't know. What is it? Tex-Mex?
Taco Bell.
Oh, yes. Well, Taco Bell was my first job. Sorry.
That's okay. I love Taco Bell.
We love Taco Bell.
I lied and said I was 16 and I was only 15.
Oh, Shelly did that too.
And
I didn't lie.
started at Taco Bell.
They were fine hiring a 14-year-old. It was
Oh my
fine.
gosh.
I was part-time at Sonic.
Yeah. She was just roller skating around.
But we loved it. But I weighed the heaviest I've ever weighed working there because we could make our own food and take food home. And
oh, geez.
my mom loved it too because I'd put, extra meat, extra sour cream, extra things. And then when I wasn't working there anymore, she goes, they just don't taste the same. It's like, well, yeah, Mom.
Jody she went on a road trip and they stopped at Taco Bell and they were completely
I had saved myself for Taco Bell.
She was so excited about Taco Bell and then they had no meat. They were out of all their meat.
Oh my goodness.
And Jody threw a tantrum.
Oh.
I did. John comes out with these bean and cheese burritos, and I was like, this is not what I wanted. I wanted a crispy taco.
Oh.
And I started eating it, and then I looked at it. I started getting a little nauseous, and I just took it and I threw it back in the bag, and I was like, I don't want this thing.
And you've never been back because of that.
we like
I'll
Taco
go.
Bell.
I usually am. It's usually after I've had a few cocktails. That's my hangover food.
Well, Whataburger is my favorite hamburger place.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Do y'all have a Whataburger in
Yes.
Phoenix?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a brand new one too, right up the street.
Okay.
But you like Tex-Mex?
I like Tex-Mex. I'm not a spicy, which
No
is so
spicy.
weird. I can't do spicy. But I think that's because growing up with Taco Bell and my mom didn't cook. We always went out to eat for like Mexican and things like that.
Yeah.
So she didn't make it, but they didn't use spices either.
Right.
So
Right.
it makes a difference, I think, what you grow up on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, yeah. We
With
had
your
jalapenos
students,
on everything.
And my mom didn't like pizza. So the only time I got pizza growing up was at church functions with, the kids and stuff. And it's like, this is pretty good. I like pizza.
What is
but
this? What
yeah.
is this? That's so crazy.
What about when you're in Arizona? Are there some special places y'all like to go eat, or do you pretty much just eat what Wayne cooks?
We go out, just not as often,
Yeah.
It used to be, but
Yeah.
we try to find new places. And I mean, they're constantly in our area. And then about 15 minutes away is a town called Gilbert and Chandler. And so if I read about something opening, we'll go try it. But
Yeah.
we tend to find places close to the house that we like.
Yeah.
Susie is an avid reader.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she loves to read.
That's how you like to spend your free time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite author?
Probably a couple of them. I like the series. I once I started reading the series of books. So probably Robert K. Tannenbaum is probably my favorite, and I just now am starting to reread the series. And it's funny how the difference in like the first books that he wrote was like 1985, 83. And to read those again now, it's like, oh, you couldn't have wrote this back nowadays, right?
Yeah.
But that I love that series with him. I know the characters' names. I can't think of a lot of their. Harlan Coben is a favorite. I like the terrorist assassinations. things like that. I'm not into the romance or period pieces. I've read maybe 1 or 2 autobiographies, and that I'm just not into it.
You're more into like that suspense, what's going to happen. Yes. Yeah. I'm more into that too. Shelly likes all the self-help books.
John Sanford has a good series called the Prey series. So
that's lovely. And every time I see you, you have a book with you.
Yes. I don't today. But I saw the half-price books right here. That's where I'm headed right after this interview.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, we're really lucky with our half-price books.
We have one in Phoenix, but I've also found with thrift books online. Oh my gosh, that's pretty much where I get them all now. And I make myself wait. I don't get them when they first come out. But now that I have a lot of authors or books, I don't need the next one right when it comes out. But I did when I was working because I could afford to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's out. I'm going to go get it.
So you don't go to the library? You don't utilize the library?
I did a little bit, but I could probably go back now since I'm retired. But when I was working, it took me a month to read a book because, if I read it at home, and I rode the bus to work. And so that's when I would read it. It was great. Catch the bus and read.
Yes.
Going to and from
Were
work.
you always a reader? Like when you were a kid, did you read a lot?
Not so much as a kid. It was funny. Wayne's the one, he started me on John Grisham. And so once I stared reading John Grisham, then that just fed the.
Yeah, I love John Grisham books. Those were great. You mentioned this a little bit, but like when you go back and reread a book, and because where you are at the time affects how you're
taking in the book.
And so I think it's so interesting to reread a book and go, there's a book that I read every single year and I get a different perspective of it every single year.
Wow.
And it's just, it's so, because it's about where I am.
Oh, okay.
You know what? It's so interesting.
What is it?
Different.
The Alchemist.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I read it at the end of each year to prepare me for the next year. My self-help.
Nice. Jody's laughing.
She hates it.
I don't mind self-help books a little, but Shelly, I'm like, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm not reading them for me.
Oh, she's reading them for me. Well, that's a waste of time, isn't it?
Just kidding.
Okay, so out of all your characters and different things you've consumed in books or movies, who's on your laminated list?
Oh, I don't know. I don't.
Papa Smurf.
You're like, that blue guy's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
You have some. Don't. You have some because you're like, oh.
Now you're putting me on the spot.
I
don't know. I don't know. Don't think about it that way. No.
I know. As we get a little older, we're like, that chapter's closed over there. We'll let other people
You don't have to have
their
sex with them, but who
It's
would
a
you
lot of
like to
work.
hang out with? Who would you like to hang out?
It could be an author.
Or meet. An author or an...
And it doesn't have to be sexy time.
It doesn't have to be... It can be...
All of
whoever.
Shelly's are just like, I just want to hang out with them and laugh with them.
Like Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell. Like I would love to hang out with them.
Yeah.
And
now
then Teddy swims.
And I think the new author of Actors of a Certain Age.
Oh, I would love to hang out with Jeff Hiller.
Yeah.
I would love to hang out with them.
They would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Now that, Robert Redford died.
I
and
heard.
So, he would
But
be
what a great life he
one.
lived.
Oh my
gosh. Yeah.
Paul
All of
Newman.
Jody's are dead.
Yeah, all of mine are dead.
Yeah.
It's the
I'd have to dig them
it's
up.
the Rat
I'm
Pack.
yeah, I'm like,
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Cary Grant.
Yeah.
For sure. Circa, whenever.
Circa whole life.
Whole life.
Robert Redford for sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a good looking guy.
Yeah. What a great human.
And
So
I think they said he was 89.
Mhm.
Wow. That's great.
yeah. I mean, hey, if you can make it that long and
Yeah.
live a great life, that's what it's all about.
That's right.
So who's in your squad other than Wayne? Who do you like to hang out with? Who are your besties?
Oh, Ginger. Ginger Rogers is my bestie. We met at the university.
Mhm.
We were hired about the same time. She was in finance. She's younger, and so she's still working. She's now working at a community college in Arizona, but she grew up in Georgia, and so she's just great. She's my best friend.
No.
My sister and I are close,
That's
and
nice.
so we do a lot of shopping, thrift shopping together, and spend the days, and that's always fun.
Are you part of the Mile High Club?
Well, of course, with a pilot. Come on, Jody.
Papa Smurf.
That King Air was very nice. Yes. Yes. Not so much the commercial or the major airlines. Those bathrooms are way too small. No, thank you.
You got the goods. You got the goods.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, so funny.
So what are your next chapters in life? What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up?
Just continue this life.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
What a beautiful life you guys have created.
Yeah.
I love the adventure spirit.
More.
The keep moving, keep going, and spending time with family.
Yeah.
And just like you guys fill an emptiness, when y'all come into town.
gosh.
You make Adrian so happy. He glows.
He does. and then y'all leave, and then for like, I think this is why I'm always like, please don't leave, because then it's like the next 2 days, like there's this like, when am I gonna see them again?
Oh,
It's like a lost little puppy.
Well, and that's right, because you always say, Adrian, go visit your dad, go visit your mom, go so he knows he's always welcome too. So yeah, we're just now we're starting to talk. Okay, next year, what are we going to do? Summer, and so I think next year we'll probably head back towards Georgia, where his brother lives, and his nieces and nephews are there. He's got a sister in Florida, and so we'll head down there, and
that's great.
And then on our way back, stop in Texas again.
Right.
Yeah,
awesome. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
wow. I love when they're out in Georgia with Richard.
And I asked him too. I said, "Well, how long do you want to? As long as I'm able, as long as I can drive." And he does all the driving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's the captain.
I can do it, but he's good at it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've learned to drive the casita. I have a challenge with parking it. Or going through drive-thrus and stuff. So we have to not go.
Y'all go through a drive-thru.
Well, it's so tiny.
Why would you go through a drive-thru?
It's like the turn is hard.
I know. If it doesn't have a turn, if it's like a straight shot, I can do it. But if it has a turn, I'm definitely going to hit something.
We park next door in a big parking lot, and I go in and get the food.
Yeah.
That's a potty break. I'm not missing that opportunity.
Right.
It's mainly the parking. I can do the pull through parking, but I can't do if I'm like trying to line up to something. I'm just not gonna do a good job. But
I'm paranoid about garages and drive-thrus because we had bought a cargo box that sits on the top of the car, and I had forgot it was there, and I went downtown for something and went into the underground garage parking, and I kept hearing this crunch, 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 and I'm like, what is that? And it seemed like it was like not all the time, but just every 10 feet or so. And finally it's like
every dip.
Oh, no. And then you realize what you did.
Mhm.
I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I called
I
Ray
do
and I
things
said,
like that.
"You're not going to believe I ruined the tool." And they like, "Did you have to take it off to get out of the garage?" I said, "No, it was ruined. I just kept driving." And it was going, I signed up for all these surveys things and you get paid to come in and do the surveys. And so I said, well, that $700 cargo box, I got $150 for ruining it.
Oh my God.
So he said, well, are you going to go in? And I said, yeah, I need the money now. I got to go in and do the survey. I said, can I come home? I'm so sorry. Because we had just got it like 2 days before.
Yeah.
Oh my
and I was
God.
like,
That's something I would do.
And but he's like, oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
That's
you
how
know,
Adrian
Oh, yeah.
is.
Adrian is so much like Wayne.
John's pretty
Thank
good
God.
about
Yeah.
it. He'll kick himself more than anybody else, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm more like, oh, what did I do? No, because I'm always doing things like that. Well, this has been amazing.
You did it.
See?
You did it.
So bad.
Oh, yes, yes.
You'll have to share it with your besties and your sister and everybody. And it'll be a fun listen to whenever you're on the traveling. And, you know, and you and Wayne can blush together.
Yeah, you can talk about your Mile High Club days. He's like, I'm going to get you back on a flight, Dolly.
Good times. That's right.
Good time.
I got a jump seat for you to.
Right here on my lap.
Well, thanks. I think this is awesome what you guys are doing.
Oh,
Thanks for being
working
part of the
together.
adventure.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Teamwork
so
makes the
team-
dream work. Well,
You
Shelly's
bet.
doing all the work. I'm just saying.
The joy of a Virgo.
Yes.
Think about your laminated list so we can tell people.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she said Robert Redford
No, that's
and
a good one.
a bunch of dead people.
Yeah.
Right. Sinatra.
Yep.
All right. We love you, Suzanne.
Thank
You're
you.
the best.
Thank
We
you
love you so
For
much.
being such a great mother-in-law to my sister.
Now you can go to Half Price Bucks.
Yes. Tell us what you get.
I'm gonna go
Texas,
shopping.
Texas.
Yeehaw.
I don't have to tell Wayne that you gave me the car.
And I think there's a Taco Bell not far.